like watching anime with me, but you guys want to see me play games, I play games on Twitch. I watch anime on here. Have I thought about doing both? Yeah, eventually, but it would take a bit. The only places I can really post YouTube like this, TikTok, YouTube, and Kick. But most of them have like a big thing, so I don't do it. Sorry it took too long. I had to get a new headset because just no comprende. It would just stop working. So yeah, it stopped working sometimes. So I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to get this to work. I need to go get a drink real quick before I start this. Place. I got a whole drink, but we drink water. Alright. Again, I'm gonna have to always again. You guys already know the deal with JJK. JJK is always will be watch the video, and at the end we talk about the chapter that was released. Yeah, that's what we do. Without further ado, let's watch this episode because I've heard and what I've seen. I've barely. Again, it is so tough not trying to get spoiled on this anime. But once I see it, all I know is from what I know. This looks so good. You know what is so cool? I just realized the tower is being shown. That that was cool. I didn't even realize because I was watching. I was watching it. I was just vibing with the music. I didn't even realize they were all blurred out, and the tower was the main topic as they were talking about it. And they're like the tower. That was cool. For manga people who already knew, they were just showing that. I can't wait. I wonder. I know that he appears in this episode, but my question is this more about him, or is this episode gonna be all about Megumi and Yuji versus this guy? I never can remember his name. Oh my god. They really I thought they were gonna wow, they didn't adapt that panel? And the panel I'm talking about is with when like Yuji them are about to attack, Nue pops up and they both just notice Nue before they do the string thing. That's kind of sucky. That was a really cool panel, I thought. But this isn't bad. Why you? Yeah, you go, bro. I still don't know your name, but I know you're supposed to be like a big character. Dude, I wish I can go to more of those places. Bro, these places are like, what is it called? Sakura's? Am I saying that right? Sakura's? That shit is that shit is so good. I know not a lot of butter isn't good for you. Like having like a shitload of butter, but bro, you cannot tell me when they cook it with that much butter, you cannot tell me that that shit is just cleanest. I feel like I talk a lot about the music. You guys want to know why the music has always been such a big thing for me? It's because of Bleach. Because everyone talks about that. Everyone talks about how Bleach had the greatest music and every character has like the greatest themes ever of all anime. It has the greatest themes. It has the best OPs, the best EDs. So I'm like, that's so funny to me that's what people say. And that's where I got like the whole listening to the music. It's just because I also like listen to that playlist on my own. It's homing? Okay. Oh my god, there goes his arm. See, I read the manga and I've seen these, but I don't know what they are. So he has what I think is the rainbow dragon, a bird, a turtle. I don't know. I don't know what these are. Oh my god. What the fuck is happening? December 7th, 1989. Aw, his birth. It was your baby Gojo. Oh my god, dude, they were horrible. He ripped his face off. This is just them in the past, and they both got told to go murder him, and whoever kills him first. Go. Yuji. Oh, that was tough. That was tough, buddy. Rapid escape! Oh, he's here! He just... Oh my god. My god! Oh my god! Maxo Elephanta! Look at him throw a car! Oh my god. I love this. I love Megami, how he can deduce and he can figure out what we need to, like, what needs to be done. He might have not been the best like sorcerer. Like, he might not have been like the best, and he might not have had the mindset, but he was smart and he knew what he had to do, and he knew exactly what he needed to do. Oh my. Let's go! Give me my first jump! Oh my god! Oh! That was weird, but no matter. I'm gonna just mute this, just so it knows that I'm playing something, so not just to get rid of it. But yeah, that was pretty good episode. That was a really good episode. Animation, well, that was definitely nice. That was nice. Um, that was really that was cool. Also, again, I feel like also I don't know. I feel like I also then like I'll explain what that guy's ability was, because I don't know, for people who don't fully understand sub and doesn't like see it, especially on people on YouTube. Basically, that guy's ability is that he can make weak attacks, like if you hit him with a semi weak attack, it's super strong against him. But if you hit him with a super strong attack, it won't hurt him. But it gives me then a question. If Gojo shot a hollow purple, his strongest attack, at him, would it kill? That's just a question of mine, because I was thinking of that. Like, if like Gojo, Sukuna, or someone like threw in it like their most powerful attack, like Sukuna or Gojo, would that kill them? Would it kill him? Or would it like maybe damage him a bit because it's just way too fucking strong? It goes over the limit. Because again, this man was able to survive 14, like he was 14 feet in the air, right? Where did it say it? Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, he plummeted through 41. I'm sorry, 41 floors. He fell from like that high. Like he fell through the 41st floor. That's like the highest. So he fell like a lot. So and he survived that. He survived that with no injuries. He had no injuries from that. So I wonder of what it would take, unless is cursed like technique strength. Is that completely different? But also not. I have no clue. But I will say that fight was a lot shorter than I thought it was gonna be. I really didn't think they were gonna get that all because I thought what they were gonna do was do that. But I guess there was nothing crazy. Like really, they could do the Toji stuff late after and do him first. And like the first half, we focus on Toji because that's what the next episode. Because I already know what the next episode is gonna be about. It's gonna be about Nanami and what's his face, Nanami and Nanami and Nobara. Nanami and Nobara. I saw that those two, so it's gonna be around their episode. And then most likely it's gonna probably talk and bring up with Toji, and we probably won't see Toji for a while, because then he'll just disappear. But we'll see. But really fucking cool, really cool episode. We actually got to see Toji, and he's back. The transition into Dio's voice actor, but I actually felt like that voice actor who was the kid, the son, was he just Dio's voice actor, but he wasn't. He didn't sound like Dio. If you get what I'm saying. Like I thought it was just always that was just the same voice actor, but he didn't put it in the tone of Dio or Toji. He didn't put it in Toji's tone because, and then until he actually turned, he gave it the Toji tone. I don't know. That's what that feeling. That's actually kind of cool. But yeah, now, boys, we got talking about manga. Manga spoilers. If you have not read the manga or do not want to read the manga, this is a warning. Spoilers ahead. So, um, I do have to bring up the most concerning thing. And a lot of people are saying it, and I'm concerned about it too. That Gege is rushing JJK and is just trying to get it done. And is trying to get to the next mangas he wants to do. Because I do remember he did talk about how he wants to do two other mangas before he retires. No offense. But that's sad. Why? Why do you gotta do that? Why gotta end it, bro? Why do you gotta end it so fast? And recently I saw this. I watched the video. He's a really good JJK guy. But he does a whole bunch, and he brought up I can't remember his name right now, but you search it up and you can find the video. He did a comparison on the Dark Trio, Hell's Paradise, Chainsaw Man, and JJK, and he was like, of what was the best, and really scary. JJK won. It was JJK, Chainsaw Man, and then Hell's Paradise. But he actually brought up that it was very close. And he even brought up that even if he actually re-looked at it, it could totally change. It could totally change. Because he brings up that, like, JJK is a good story. But the best of it is literally season 1, the movie, to season 2. Those are the best parts of JJK and the best thought out. And I didn't want to agree with him because I'm like, there's some arcs. I think the preparation arc, the perfect preparation arc, that was really nice because you had that they got what's his face on there now because they had Hikari. I think getting Hikari and then basically I think most of the arc was them meeting Hikari. That was cool. And then the rest of the arc was all about Maki becoming like Toji, like becoming relative to Toji as like as a zero curse energy user. That was really really cool. But I like that, and I think I could definitely tell you I like a lot of the fights. Like one, like, and then he brought up the calling games, and then he said after that, pretty much after that, like everything was rushed and it wasn't done right. Like he brought up the calling games were pretty shitty. Like he literally says everything after Shibuya is not that good. Like Shibuya was the peak in hype, and then it kind of went down. And I didn't want to agree with him at the start. And I kind of still don't, because I think that was just way too much, and I think of him saying that completely everything after is horrible. But I can definitely say some things that I feel like was true, and for me, definitely, like I could definitely like, and I kept on seeing people talk about more like the rushing, and I could see that. I don't think it's great, but I think it definitely has been rushed. Like like as people talk about, like literally the ending of the Culling games didn't even feel like an ending, nor did it feel like an intro. It just felt like nothing happened. Like, and I totally get that, because there was this whole art, like there was these guys and they were talking about, like on TikTok, they were talking about like how, if you look at it, bro, like what happened? Like we met a couple characters. We met Kashimo. We met Hagoromo. That is probably the best out of the Culling game. We met like a whole bunch of characters. Most of them died in the Culling game. Maybe like two that we finally met from the high-end era, or just from that were made that came from the Culling games. Maybe like two of them popped up, and currently one is the like one. One is like a very big character right now. All two, but no, we don't fucking talk about that guy. That's the guy who can make that, like anything he does, if he thinks it's funny, it can happen. Like his technique is called the comedian. That like anything he thinks of, if he wanted to kill Gojo, but if he made it in a funny way, Gojo would die. Like it's broken, but again, it's like stupid, stupid. Um, okay, I think you're using me. Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right here because I really like this. The wolf. Um, yeah, like I don't know. Got to here. See my cat. You guys don't see anymore. But again, yeah, like it's been rushed. Like the ending wasn't even felt like an ending. It was just, oh, we have the thing now. Gojo's here, and pretty much Gojo coming out of it. I said that's what I said, because there's no more calling games. If there's Gojo and Sukuna are now a thing, like when Sukuna and Gojo became their own things, the calling games was over, and I get that. But like, come on, give us more of a concrete thing. Or there could be a whole thing that maybe the Culling Games isn't even actually over, and that we only think that because Sukuna and Gojo like popped onto the scene and now are here. Well, one is now here. Maybe that's why. Maybe the Culling Game isn't over, even if those two are here. Because again, we still don't know what Kenjaku's doing. He probably is still doing something with the Culling Games, but I don't think so. Like again, like I hear people like talking about like how they rush the series, because like, dude, the Culling Games is over. Anyone who asks, the Culling Game is over. It ended. It pretty much, I would even say, it ended literally when they did their goal, because that was the thing. That's what I would said too. Honestly, if you ask me, people say that it had an abrupt ending. I say where it ended was when they saved Megumi's sister, his like friend's sister, his stepsister, when he saved her, but then found out that she was possessed she became a vessel, that she was a vessel too. Like that's when I would say that was over because again, that was their goal. And I feel like and like that was the whole reason too for go like that was like Yuji was also saying like once like this is over like because remember in the end though like the culling games they weren't trying to like win the culling game because there was no like I think they even brought up like there is no winning the culling games. It's just you live or you die. And they just didn't want her to die, so they saved her, but then found out that she was already gone too far and she's already been turned full like Heian era. And then Sukuna popped up, and I would say that was when the end of it. To people who are like that, I'm like, dude, I think it ended there. I do believe, yes, it wasn't executed right, and I think it was really, really rushed. But again, though, I don't think it's the worst ending. I don't think it's the greatest ending. I think it's a very abrupt ending to just be like, that's how it ends. And then after that, pretty much they get the prison realm. Gojo comes out. And honestly, I think after that, that's when everything started getting rushed. That's when everything started feeling rushed to me. I think pretty much after they released Gojo, which pretty much is when the series ended for me. It's like, or not ended, but was rushed. Because come on, dude. Come on. Come on. Tell me that they didn't. Tell me. Tell me that they didn't. Tell me they didn't rush it when, like, tell me that they didn't when we got that. Please tell me that they didn't. Please tell me that they're not rushing it, bro. Like again, like I saw people like, bro, we should have had like they released him and he went straight for it. That's Gojo. That makes sense. He went straight for them. But then met up with Sukuna. Then arranged the fight with Sukuna. And that was fine. That was good. But then literally after that, and that's a month from now. A month from now we fight. And they just and Gege skips that all. He skips that whole thing. Time skip a month. Month now. Literally next chapter is a month from now. That's kind of shitty. Again, like I feel like it would have been really nice to get more of that preparation. But I definitely think what they're gonna be doing, I think what Gege is gonna be doing with the whole everyone fighting Sukuna now fight is all that preparation. We're gonna figure that out later. That's what they've been doing. They have had a month to prepare for fighting Gojo, or no, Sukuna, and that's fine. But like, I don't know. Again, it would also have been really nice if like we got whole like explanations. Because again, that's why people really like some of the other fights because like that's why people really like the Toto fight and like the Toto Yuji and Mahito fight because there was no explanations. There was no oh he could do this and this is the reason why. Was maybe that's what they should have done. That's what Gege should have done was given us a bit more to show us of like more information, but still kept something secret. I think at least we should have got a couple chapters. I think I will say I'm not gonna be that guy and be like we should have totally had. He should have gave us like maybe 5 chapters, and that would have been like the whole month. Maybe I would have said like 3 or 2 chapters to like we actually get to see them preparing for this. Them preparing or suit or Gojo figures out what's going on and what happened. And then maybe we get like a whole training. Like a mini Hashira training arc. Like that would have been kind of cool. Like we actually got to see that training. We only got to see it like they're pretty much at the start. Like when it happened, like oh these guys are so I kind of wish we got a little bit more, and especially got way more with Gojo, especially now, especially after literally he ragdolled Sukuna and then killed him off. That's all I'm saying. Like they like it's completely rushed. Like they gave Gojo the upper hand the entire time and then just gets one shot and gets off screen one shot. By the way, gets off-screen one shot. Then after that, we meet Kashimo. That again, I have to be honest. I don't know where I was on the side of Kashimo. That Kashimo was he was the strongest in his era, so he was gonna probably actually do a lot of damage, or he was never even gonna last that long. But I know I was a part of that people who definitely didn't think that this man was going to win, nor did I think this man was gonna do as great as Gojo. Actually, I was especially on that side because if he did, Gege, ooh, ooh, man, I would have been angry, Gege. Gege, if you did that, if you made Kashimo do better than Gojo, I'm gonna freak because, but that didn't happen, and he got fucking he got waffled, bro. He literally got cubed. He got turned into cubes. But we don't even get to see that again off screen again. Like really? Like Gege, what are you doing, bro? Hopefully he does not rush the Yuji fight. Yuji versus Sukuna. Hopefully he doesn't. And guys, I'm not even joking. That's it. That is the whole chapter. And again, it's kind of been boring. I'm not gonna lie, because it's just been a bunch of people fighting him and like doing a whole bunch of explaining. But I know a couple have to be explained, like I think Kashimo's had to be. But like this man literally didn't even survive at all. I don't know. But something I did realize that I never thought about it until now because like it was Gojo and Sukuna and how it ended, but I never realized that the whole fight itself was the definition of high difficulty fight. Like I saw like this guy and he was talking about, he's like, dude, if anything, if that fight went any other way, that fight could have gone two ways and it could have been it's like first place and second place. That could easily change if anyone did a different thing. If it went any different, probably Gojo would have won or Sukuna would have won. Like it's that crazy to me. Like I heard someone talk about that and I'm like that really does make sense. Like they're like okay. Like I saw people talking about that and I was like that makes sense. That really does. Like it really does is that Sukuna like if Sukuna at all fucked up there or was just like again like he even states himself if he got any closer to Hollow Purple he was any closer to it if he fucked up even once against Gojo he would have died he would have lost and I think that makes me feel great but again it sucks and again I really do feel like they should have made that a thing and I really think that should have been executed because again I'm getting this from other fans, not from Gege. Like, come on. Like, and I know Gege totally did it well. It was like it perfectly explained of why Sukuna did it. That's fine. But it's just how you execute that, bro. Like, good. And you explained it really well. And I think how Sukuna did everything and how it ended with Sukuna, how Sukuna ended that fight, great. How Gojo didn't died and how it ended for Gojo, not good. But I actually have hope now because I did recently find out about Gege totally does remake chapters for like when they fully release like a whole volume. They do that. They release a whole volume and have like bonus like stuff in it. Like new like remade chapters, extra panels, and I'm like that's really cool because I hope Gege. I don't know if you watch these. I doubt you do. But if you watch anyone who talks about JJK and the manga, and if you don't give us more panels of Sukuna and Gojo at the end, and where we get a totally good reason of how the fuck Gojo just gets one-shotted off screen, and you give us a good one, I will be happy. Honestly though, I didn't care too much about Kashimo. I would have cared if Kashimo would have done better than Gojo. And again though, like there's this whole people are like, oh no, you're as strong as Gojo. No. He never said that. He said personality, you are exactly like Gojo, and in a person like in a mindset. You have Gojo's mindset, not his powers. As we all know. So I'm not trying to shit on it because I know there's a cool TikToker who really liked Kashimo. I'm not gonna shit on him because I do like him. He's a really cool TikToker. I'm not gonna shit on Kashimo because I know he feels like shit right now about Kashimo's death. But all I will say is that would you have been more mad if one they horribly executed Gojo's death than your favorite character, Kashimo, who you know is not stronger than Gojo, was not stronger than Gojo. There's no way that did better than Gojo. That would have done better than Gojo. By the way, who 3v1 this man. 1v3 this Sukuna. And you're really gonna tell me, like, you're really gonna tell me that you feel like that all. And again, like I just said, if Sukuna fucked up at all, if Sukuna fucked up once, if he fucked up in that entire fight, it would have been over. If Gojo killed Maharaga at any moment, one shot on Maharaga, before finding that out, it was over. Sukuna would have never won. He would have never gotten it. I think, but recently I have heard people being like, that's not fully true. He probably eventually. Yeah, maybe eventually he probably could have. But he definitely was gonna learn it like that. It's gonna take him a lot longer. Unless Maharaga literally showed him. Because I think, I don't know, that whole thing that like then they bring up that like he is really smart, he probably could have done that by himself if it took him some time. I'm like, then what was then the actual point of that then? He had a month to train. He had a month to just train Maharaga. I don't know. It's just, I guess, I don't know. Then that's just then that whole question of that if Sukuna had more time, he probably wouldn't even need Maharaga. He probably could have just done it himself. I don't I don't know about that one. I think that's a little bit of a stretch, and that would just make me feel way more confused about that ending, especially like a lot more. That Sukuna never did. He just needed more time to understand Infinity. He just needed to understand Infinity to do it. Then I don't know. I just feel like it would. I feel like it would just convolute a lot of shit that happened. But in the next chapter, we're getting Yuji pulling up, and I do have to explain what I think is going to happen with you. One, what I know from myself. There's one video recently, and it was a video all about Sukuna and about Yuji, and now post cycle we're gonna probably see from Yuji things that we should know about. It has been very stated that it has been shown that he has a book about soul, so he knows a greater now knows even more about soul manipulation, or knows more about the soul. Two, it's pretty much stated that he ate the rest of the death paintings. And it's been stated by Gege that two things can happen when he eats the death paintings. And it depends on if he has Sukuna or not. If he has Sukuna and he eats a death painting, the death painting is just going to die and be just rejected. But if Tsuji does not have Sukuna, two things can happen. It will be just like how Sukuna was. Instead, now he would become a vessel of that person, of that death painting, and he could swap in and off with that, like if he wanted to. Or it just gives him more cursed energy. That's what he states. If anything, he becomes like another. He becomes a vessel again. Like instead of now it's Sukuna this time, it's the death paintings. So that's cool. He has been stated to be like a cursed object himself already, to be enveloped in Sukuna. So definitely think of something involving Sukuna's cursed energy, the death paintings cursed energy and techniques. Both Sukuna's and the cursed death paintings techniques. And he has now a greater control of the soul manipulation. And as we have seen that he can totally do what we think is some soul manipulation. That he can swap bodies. So what can I say? Again, I've already made this a whole bunch of times. I think it'd be pretty boring if he just has multiple techniques, but has multiple boosters. Would be alright. And again, I've also stated that if he has like blood manipulation, would be kind of, because you're gonna fight Sukuna with just blood manipulation. I get it. He's technically related to them. He's like a distant cousin, or he's like a stepbrother to the death paintings. But it's like you're not death painting. You don't need blood manipulation. If anything, just take the extra curse energy and maybe even have them in the back of your head. But just take the extra curse energy. You don't need their techniques because they're all blood related, and you don't really. You really don't. Again, one, that probably wouldn't even do much for him because again, there's that whole thing that most likely it probably wouldn't affect him because again, Choso and him are completely different. Because Choso it's not his body, he can do whatever he wants, but Yuji can't because again, if he uses too much of the blood, he could die of blood loss. So there's that whole thing. Dude, I'm loving this, dude. It is connecting so good, so easily. But what I have to say, I think it'd be boring if he got some sort of blood manipulation. And again, I don't even think that would work. And I know they say he's like a cursed object, but he's not. He still is somewhat human. He's not a curse like Choso. He's not a curse. He's not a curse possessing someone. He's half curse, half human. He's human cursed object. So, and that just means he houses like energy of someone else's. He's basically a finger. But he's a human, so he probably still deals with the damage, the backlash of blood manipulation. Again, I just think that'd be boring. I also believe I love it. It's just such a cool meme. Is the right left good night? I think it's great, but it's also boring. Just the technique where he could just turn off everyone's technique. It's boring. Why? Because he knows that he uses hands. Guess what? A lot of characters do. If we're gonna talk about hands, then literally every character here should have that. It's specific to him. Everyone has hands. He might be like one of the toughest and like supernatural, but then that's not that crazy. Like a lot of characters are. So I think the right left, and I think that basically, and I think that we are still going to get the right left because I never even thought about it. Most likely, we probably are going to get right left. Good night through the combine of Yuji and Hagoromo, and I cannot wait. But I hope he doesn't get blood manipulation because I think that just be like just getting like blood manipulation like Choso be so boring. Maybe getting like maybe something like Wing King. I don't know. But I think give me a whole new type of blood manipulation. That would be cool. Don't give me some boring like he just does what Choso does and he just fucking shoots blood and he can just like make blood bombs. Because again, that also doesn't work for that doesn't work for Yuji either. Because again, that's not his fighting style. So that's why I say you have to think about his fighting style, but also not his fighting style. When you think of his curse technique, don't think of his fighting style. Well, in a way, don't. And yes, think of his he doesn't use weapons. He doesn't use curse tools unless he has a knife. If anything, think of him with the knife at least. So, but I think that's gonna be all for today. Hope you guys have a great day. I hope to see you guys all next time in the next video. See you guys all in the next video.